Hi Sagittarius, I'm Pam and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for October 2019. This month I'm using the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Ascendant, and Sagittarius Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And you might want to consider watching if you're born on a cusp of your sign of Sagittarius, the sign right before you or right after you, if you're born on that cusp day. Because I've been getting some emails over the past few months and some comments where people are telling me that when they found that the message didn't make sense to them for their sun sign that they thought was their sun sign, then they watched the sign they're on the cusp of and their messages are coming to them from there. So you might want to check that out as well. So all that being said, Sagittarius, now into your October 2019 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have, Sagittarius, is the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is being tired and exhausted of your hard work and efforts and gaining financial gain and financial rewards from your hard work and efforts. And if you're a non-working Sagittarius, it's still you're gaining some kind of money or rewards from some type of work that you're doing, or you're getting money somehow. I do feel like there's a lot that you have to do. And I do feel in October you're like working to try to get to see something to the end, to completion. I do feel some of you are going to have stress about money in October, and you may feel like a lot of things are tumbling down on top of you. Bills you have to pay, repairs you have to make, things that you have to do, expenses that you have that come up that are kind of coming down one on top of the other on you in the month of October. I do feel like you're going to be able to handle it, though. It doesn't feel to me like you can't do it. And I feel like you're going to start coming up with some kind of plan. Either a plan or a couple different plans of action to contend with, either if it's a lot of bills coming in or a lot of expenses. I feel like you're coming up with some kind of plan here to contend with that. If you are a working Sagittarius, I feel that you are going to have more work piled up on top of you and at your job or in your own business, and you're going to have more work and more things you have to contend with. It is going to cause you like stress and worry, but I still feel like you are going to manage it. Some of you may feel like, I have to get out of this business or rat race that I'm in. I need a new start. Or whatever is a rat race to you. If it's not a job, it could be something else that you feel like, I need a new start. I want to get out of this. Like maybe you feel like you need to start over in a new career, or you need to start over in a new place, a new living situation. I feel like you may even take some come up with some ideas or some things so things are not going to get piled up at you all at once. Like if you can call, somebody and say, hey, I can't pay this month, or I need to have a payment plan to stretch these payments out, or this is too much work for me to do all at once. I need to separate this and do it pieces of it over time. I feel like you may make connections or calls or talk to some people or put some things in place so that not everything's coming down on you all at once this month, and that you can spread it out and manage it better. I do feel if you're in the working world, competition is tough out there right now, and you may feel like the heat of competition. My guides are also telling me that some of you may start to see some real cutthroat and backstabbing behaviors going on in the workplace. It could be directed at you or not. It could be directed to other people, but I feel like you're seeing it a lot around now. So the next card you have is Ace of Cups, and this is God giving you the holy grail of love. It could be universal love, being loved by many people. It could also be a new love relationship. It could be a renewal in love if you are in a love relationship, you've been married for a while or dating someone for a long time, you could have a renewal in love. You know, be honest with yourself. What do you want to achieve and what do you want to accomplish? Be honest with yourself about what you want in a love partner or who you're with. It's time to, like, I'm not saying, Sagittarius, you're not real with yourself. I know that's kind of making it sound like that's what I'm saying. But this is what my guides are saying. So maybe there's some things that you're avoiding looking at clearly, or you're pushing off to the side because you don't want to face it or deal with it. You want to deal with it another time. But intrinsically, you know, like, this isn't the right thing, or I'm not feeling emotionally fulfilled, or this doesn't just have to be love relationships. Like I said, this could be the career you're in or what you are doing on a daily basis. Is it filled with love? Do you love it? Are you energized about it? Are you excited about it? That is going to be important for you. Some of you could be speaking to someone at some kind of, they're using the word engagement, but what I feel they mean is, like, it could be a business meeting, it could be a party to do with work, or a networking situation, or a seminar, could be a party. But there's, like, real strong potential for you single Sagittarians. Could be lecture series or instruction, training. You could be talking to somebody that's got real potential for it to evolve into love this month. And even in the beginning of November, I feel this could apply to you too. I feel like you've got to ask yourself, why do you stop yourself and why do you hold yourself back? I feel some of you Sagittarians are stopping yourself or holding yourself back in love. This could be, see, I don't let the cards flip, right? I don't, because my guides are going to tell me either way. Some of you, this card may have actually been upside down for you. Because I feel like holding yourself back, holding yourself back from putting yourself out there in love, or holding yourself back in some way to do with love, comes up for some of you Sagittarius out there. You know, there is a connection that you're going to make, and it's really going to broaden your scope and your horizons, but psychically it's divided to me whether this broadens your scope and your horizons in the area of love and romance, or whether it's going to be in your career field of endeavor, or something you want to do, like a work-related career work or business project. Like, I'm divided on what it is, but you're making some kind of conversation, connection, has a real long-term projection into the future. But again, don't hold yourself back even in that regard, even if it's in a business related or possibility of work or business connection or related sense. Don't hold yourself back on that either, because love is coming to you through this, whether it's the love of what you do or romantic love. You have the Wheel of Fortune next. This is the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor. The planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to give you karmic good fortune. It could also be the ups and downs of karma. I really do feel like you're going to start to see things evolve. And I see it's like all it takes. I'm seeing a man. It's very funny vision. I'm seeing a man standing on a Ferris wheel. Not in a not in the seat. But I'm seeing him at the top, and he takes one step to the next seat. But like the railing, not in the seat, and it makes the wheel go. So it's like, you have to take one step, Sagittarius, and once you take that one step, the wheel is going to turn. The wheel's going to start to turn in your life. So if you felt like something was stuck or stagnant, it is now, and that could be anything, love, work, living situation, your career. It's one step is what you have to take and then that wheel is going to start to turn. I'm sure I've gotten this for you before, but I'm hearing you've accumulated a lot of baggage that's weighing you down, and this is time for you to dump that baggage. And it could be emotional baggage, it could be physical stuff baggage. And if it's emotional baggage, you would be well served to receive different types of healing, visit a shaman, get Reiki, get other types of healing. There's many types out there, different types, that kind of thing. Like you need to release baggage, and the only way to do that, or spiritual practices you can read in books and find on the internet and do yourself. You don't have to pay somebody else to do it. You could do it yourself. Look into healing baggage, and some of you, the baggage is stuff and junk you have to get rid of. That's also going to help this wheel start turning, because I feel Sagittarius in your reading, which is kind of weird. I feel like things are piling up on top of you, whether it be bills or situations. I also feel like you've gotten stuck and you're not putting yourself out there completely all the way with what you either in love, or you're not doing fully what you love, or what you did love is like lost its luster now. And then taking a step is going to be essential through healing and getting rid of stuff, junk, and emotional baggage. It's time to move on. And these steps you're going to take are going to start things moving. Some of you may hear notification of somebody that has passed away recently already. I feel like they already did. I'm not feeling like it's happening in October. I feel like it may have happened in August or September. And I feel like some of you are going to get something from that. It could be money. It could be things of value that then you could turn around and sell. Could be a piece of property, or could be expensive items that you're going to receive, and you're like, cool, I'm going to sell these, and now I'm going to make money off of it. Or money. So I feel like you're going to hear of that and then get some notification that you're receiving something. For some of you Sagittarius out there. You have the Fool next. Oh my gosh, yay. You're starting out on a new path and a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations. But you have to have your wits about you and not have rose-colored glasses on or your head in the clouds, because you might fall off the cliff. So it's like a great card because you're starting a new journey, but don't be like, woohoo, I'm in La La Land and everything's roses, and bam, you fall on your face. So you got to have your wits about you. I feel that some of you are going to get out of a place that you're living. And I also feel that some of you are going to travel. It could be both or either or. I do feel that you're going to put a lot of energy and time into healing from the past, even though it was mentioned in this card. This is the card where you're actually doing it. I feel like you're going to get really organized. And I feel like you're going to get everything in order, organized, and there's going to be people that are going to help you do this. For many of you, I feel it's family members. It could be close friends to you as well, or a combination of the two. Some of you, this may have already happened to a year ago. This may be like, Pam, that's old news. Well, but you don't all have the same birth time. And you always need to listen to a year ago, because many times people tell me what I said a year ago is happening for them right now. Some of you are going to launch something new, like a business, or launch something that a sideline gig or hobby, or launch something new. And I feel some of you Sagittarians are going to get invited to speak, make some kind of speeches or presentations comes up here. I feel like you're going to become kind of like, I'm going to say Virgo-ish here. And I say that because I'm laughing because my grandmother, one of my grandmothers was a Virgo. And she was, I'm going to say, making lists, because she was the queen of lists and notes. To do this, to do that. And she'd post them, put them all over her house, which I always thought was funny. My mother never did anything like that. So I was like in a different world. My grandmother with all these lists. And I feel like that's what you're going to do. I feel you're going to become the queen or king of lists. and you're going to be like, yeah, I did that. I got to do, here's all the crap I need to do, and I'm going to check it off. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I see you making lists. You're going to feel free, like you've gotten cut ties from some shackles that have been around you. I feel there's been something that's been constraining Sagittarius for a while. But it's going to be different. What has been constraining you for all of you? Has it been your job, your career, your living situation, your love life, multiple things here? I don't know. But I get like, I'm seeing these chains or bonds of like a straitjacket or shackles be around you, and I see them being cut off. So the Fool is also representing emotional and physical freedom for you in some manner. The outcome card you have here for October is the Chariot. This is change. It can also be pulled in two different directions and having to make a choice. It could also be long distance travel. Sometimes people say this card means success. Some of you are going to travel. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of you travel on a train. And if you live on the East Coast, you may be traveling to the West Coast, or vice versa. But I get like some of you taking family members and going somewhere on a trip. Maybe it's not going to be on a train for all of you, but I do feel driving or train on a train for many of you. And it's time to stop building castles, sand castles in the air, and it's time to like build them in reality. So my guides are acting like maybe sometimes some of these things you've thought about, they're too much idea based, and it's time to start putting your thoughts, feelings, and emotions into practical, like more concrete, practical. We are still in the physical reality. You can't only live in your mind and in your dreams of what you wish or want or manifest and all that. Manifesting is awesome. And one of the greatest things that you can do, and practicing it or daydreaming, all of that is very good. But it's also time to like boots to the ground and get some things like solid and concrete reality for you. Some of you may really want things to change, and you may have felt like, well, sometimes I want things this way, and then sometimes I don't. Like you may be wishy-washy, like I want it this way, I want it that way, I want it this way, I want it that way. And that is making it difficult for you because I feel like you've had a lot of uncertainty swirling around you, and you may not be 100% sure what it is you really want. But if you make one decision and get something going, the universe is going to support you, and then things will snowball, and then the universe is going to start to take over. And it's not going to be so much about your free will, what you decide, or it'll be like the universe. Okay, let me put it to you this way. I feel like the universe is like waiting for you. I feel like they're sitting on the edge of their seat, and they're watching this isn't going to apply to all of you, but some of you Sagittarians, like, they're eating their popcorn. The universe is watching. What is Sagittarius going to do? What's the step they're going to take? They need to make that step. Oh my God, what are they going to do? And they're waiting and they're waiting and they're waiting. And then as soon as you make that decision, that step, that choice, the universe is going to go, okay, boys, bring them in. Let's give Sagittarius exactly what they want. Bam! And you're going to start getting all these things that you want. And things will start evolving and flowing and happening in the direction that you want. And that can be your love life. It can be your career. It is a general reading, Sagittarius. Watch your rising sign and your moon sign to get a more complete picture, because that may point in the direction of what the area that this reading is really talking about. And I really do feel like the universe is waiting for more signals from you, like, okay, Sagittarius, you're giving us some wishy-washy signals. You want this, you don't want it. You want that, you don't want it. You've got fears. Your fears are clouding this story. Do you want us to give you this? Do you not want it? Do you want this? Do you want that? What do you want, Sagittarius? And then as soon as you make some decision, it's going to start going in a more concrete direction. You are going to get freed from something. This card is freedom in your reading. I'm not saying every time the Fool comes up it's freedom, but in your reading today, it's freedom. It's the shackles of what's been stuck, imprisoning you, trapped, whether it's emotionally or your health or your environment around you or your career. You're going to make some step. As I said in this card, all it takes is one step and the universe is waiting. And I had somebody say something to me like, the universe is nothing. The universe is planets. The universe is, doesn't bring you anything. Call it whatever you will. God, the divine source, spirit, the universe. I don't care what word you use. Whatever the powers that are interconnecting us all, even if we're a holographic projection, how about that one? Even if there's some guy in a computer room somewhere going, Earth, what am I going to make the people do on Earth today? Tick, 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 tick. It's a hologram. It's a projection. It's on my computer screen. I don't care what you think creator this or that is. Just let it know what you want to do, and they'll be like, oh, okay, Sagittarius wants tick, 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 tick. Whatever you believe. But things have to start moving and get going. And I do feel you are going to make these decisions. And I do feel you're going to get into list making and tick, 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 ticking those things off the list. And getting healings of some sort would be beneficial to you. So you may be like, what kind of reading was this? I don't know, Sagittarius. They're all different. This was yours for October 2019. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so much for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like to get any of the special videos I record for Vimeo, those links are posted below this video and are also found on my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu, and there you will see all the video series listed. You just go to the heading you want of the video series you're interested in. Click on your sign, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo for download and purchase. Now, some of the links below, one is for the October 2019 Psychic Crystal reading, where I look into my crystal and give you additional messages and predictions from my spirit guides for your sign for the month of October 2019. The other newer video series that's listed below, the link below, is for the Horseshoe Tarot spread, 7-card spread, which is focusing on one or more important themes or people or both going on in your life and giving you the hidden messages, the outside influences, what's going on in the present, what the outcome is going to be. So you might want to check those videos out as well. And there's probably a couple other links below you might want to check out. Also, if you would like to get more predictions and messages from my spirit guides through me that you're not going to see here on YouTube, you can visit my social media pages, The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook, The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC on Facebook, and also my Instagram page, The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel. On those places, I pull tarot cards, oracle cards, angel cards, animal oracle cards, sacred geometry cards, mermaid cards. I use the crystal. I may even use the gemstone crystals at sometimes and give you predictions from them. So you never know what predictions and messages are going to be there. So please be sure to check them out. Many people find those messages are resonating with them. And those predictions are not just for the day I post the prediction and message. Many times they cover 4 to 6 weeks, a couple of months, 6 to 9 months, the next week. You just never know what is going to come up and what messages and what timing is connected to those messages. Also, if you're interested in watching some interesting baking, cake making, pastry making, and decorating, and getting psychic predictions here on my channel, you can watch my episodes of The Psychic Pastry Chef, where I combine my 22 years of experience as a pastry chef with my 18 years of experience as a psychic and combine them together and make cakes and pastries and decorate them and put them together and give you predictions for your zodiac sign while doing so. So I surely hope you check that out on my channel as well. And Sagittarius, if you would like to see what gemstone crystal my spirit guides are going to have me pull for you for the month of October to see what's the best one that will vibrate and resonate with your frequencies and vibrations for the month of October and be helpful to you, you can see this on a separate video. I'm not pulling it here on this video. I may go back to doing that, I don't know, but right now it's in a separate video on my channel, and see what the gemstone crystal is for you for October 2019. So I hope you have an absolutely outstanding month of October, Sagittarius. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.